9 podcasts.
Do we say it at the same time?
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Porn addiction.
Try. Try before you die.
I don't even know where to start with the loop arounds today, Liv.
We've got a lot, don't we?
So many
It's
loop
exciting. Closing a few loops.
And look, please don't worry if you haven't listened to our show before. And our show's called Try Before You Die, which you would know because you had to type it in to get here. But don't be alarmed and think, I haven't listened to previous episodes, so your loop arounds will be irrelevant to me.
But also, do be alarmed because you should be ashamed.
Well, yeah, and go
Am I
back and
shame
listen.
you?
Feel shamed, go back and listen. But we always provide context. Well, I always provide context.
Not so much.
Lib struggles with the context. She'll throw out a statement and expect you to understand what's going on.
Do you know what's weird though? You do that in everyday life, but you're really good at it on the podcast, whereas I'm the opposite. You just do these throwaway lines in real life and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yes, you started talking about Tammy from 1,000-Pound Sisters
before.
You're normally good with context in everyday life, and you just started saying
Out of
something about her
absolute
makeover.
nowhere.
And I was like, who in God's name are you talking about? And you're, oh, yeah, sorry, I was having a conversation with myself in my head. I didn't realise I hadn't spoken out aloud. So I think we both struggle with context. In different settings.
Yeah.
And I must warn you or excite you that it's going to be a very big fun fact day.
I thought you were going to say it was going to be a big context heavy day.
Context and fact heavy day.
Fun fact.
Fun fact heavy day, because it's not just facts, they're fun.
I've got some fun facts too today.
You get smarter when listening to this podcast on a fun fact day. So it's rare. Oh, no, I promise you. I promise you, you're walking away from this smarter. So the other week we chatted death row meals. And you know what? It's bloody hard to land on one or two culinary options because, God, there's some good foodage and drinkage out there, isn't there?
I, to be honest, change my mind on a daily basis.
Same. Depending on what you've had the day before, you know, what you're craving.
Or you might have been to a new restaurant and there's a new meal that you like better, you know?
Yeah. And the beveragios are also hard to decide because it's your last sip.
I know.
Sip.
So we took this chat to the socials as we do, Lib, and we asked you guys what your final meal would be because I was intrigued, you're intrigued, everyone's intrigued. We had some very decent responses. Giant sushi boat, someone said.
Oh, heaven.
Apple crumble, literally the entire dish, someone said.
You surely would just eat yourself into oblivion, wouldn't you?
The common denominator here has been overeating, overindulging. People want to gorge themselves.
Why not?
Why not eat yourself to death?
Actually, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Just take yourself out overeating.
Totally.
Rather than whatever other method is
What a way to go out.
A large bowl of tiramisu. Just dunk your head in the miso.
Yum.
These are funny, these next ones. I'm a celiac, so all of the gluten, please. KFC, Hungry Jack's, ice cream. I don't care if I shit my pants.
Oh, you would go to absolute town on the gluten. If you're lactose, you'd be having all of the
chugging
dairy.
the milk, eating the blocks of cheese, throw it all out the window. Give yourself an absolute heart attack.
Oh, my Lord.
If you've got high cholesterol, just eat bowls of lard.
I reckon, for me, I'd just maybe eat a jar of ghee.
Yeah. yeah.
Or duck fat or something.
Or just like have a toasted sandwich, just like dunk, just sit
grease.
in, just deep fry it.
Just wring the grease of the bread out into my throat
in
and
your
down
nostrils,
my throat.
up your nose, just
everywhere,
inject it
every
in
orifice.
Yeah. This person said satay vegetables and fried rice, which
That is so sad. Not even I would do that.
I would actually eat that on a sad day in my normal life. I'd be like, I'm having a sad, healthy day. I'm going to have vegetables and rice.
That is sad.
But hey, each to their own.
Wow.
Not to shame you, I won't name names. And then this one, instant noodles. Don't judge me, I love them.
I'm going to heavily judge you. That is so great. That's on par with the satay and vegetables.
Yeah, instant noodles will probably be up there for me with my last choice.
Same. And also, wouldn't you go out on something super expensive as well? You're not going to spend fucking $1.40 on 2-minute noodles.
Yeah. I think instant noodles, and I think poor uni student.
And also, don't you want the people to, have to prep stuff for you, not just dunk some hot water into a plastic container.
Surely that's what you're already eating on death row.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, so
They're
true.
Just instant crappy noodles.
So true.
But again, each to their own.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to tear down your death row meal
I will
dreams.
tear that down.
Following on from our Cat Cafe episode, Lib, and my God, I would recommend listening to that. It was fun.
I'm not even kidding. I think that was my favourite episode of all time, just the amount of laughs we had.
That and maybe the colonic irrigation and speed dating. They're up there with my favourites. There's always the ones that are highly unpleasant, isn't it?
Yeah, colonic not so much for me because I actually did
Shat
shit myself.
yourself,
If you
literally.
haven't listened to that episode, do yourself a favour.
People were giving us feedback that they were absolutely pissing themselves in the gym, walking down the street, and a lot of empathy. People could really put themselves in our shoes as cat, not haters, not even dislikers, but just not cat fans.
I would say I would dislike them. But do you know what? People were very kind to us because they were like, I really, really love cats, but I appreciate your perspective. There was no one that was like, you should like cats, you're being mean or whatever. People were very open.
We like animals, but cats are down the bottom of the food chain of animals that we would.
Along with rodents maybe for you?
No. Rodents are a genuine phobia of mine. Cats, I have house sat really cute cats. I like kittens.
Kittens are cute.
But rodents, I would quite happily see that. I'm so sorry if I'm offending anyone here, but the death of every rodent that ever existed. I'm not personally going to do anything bad to rodents because I can't come near them.
You would put a mousetrap out though, and you'd happily watch it die in a mousetrap.
No, I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear them.
No, but when you're saying you won't do anything bad to it, but you would put out a
Liv,
mousetrap.
I'm not going to comment on that because we're an animal-loving show and we don't promote the death of any animals. I just would rather there not be any mice in existence. Okay? Let's leave it at that.
Would you eat a mouse if you were forced?
Why would I eat one
say if you were on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and they cooked a mouse, would you eat it?
They do serve up like rodent tails, deep fried. I think Sam Thaiday was served up a deep fried rat's tail. Now, deep frying does change the game because that makes it crispy, and it is not alive and wriggling anymore. But I would struggle.
Can I also ask, do rats and mice
I won't know the answer to this.
serve a purpose, in the environment or in, the ecosystem? Because you know how people are like,
Okay, I'm Googling it.
bees, sting you, but then they serve a purpose.
What, to make honey?
Make honey. But what do mice and rats do? Why do they exist? Surely they do something. Do they sort of eat garbage or something and clear the waterways or I don't know.
Or maybe they eat
other cockroaches and stuff. Maybe they clear away the cockroaches.
In the ecosystem, they might have a role in the ecosystems. Here we go. Yes, rodents play crucial roles in many ecosystems and contribute to various processes that benefit the environment and even humans. They are a vital part of the food chain, help with seed dispersal and contribute to soil health.
The hell?
While some rodents can be pests, and that's what I associate rodents with, pests, especially when they are non-native or become overabundant, they generally play a positive role in maintaining healthy ecosystems.
Interesting.
Please maintain your ecosystem
elsewhere
away from me. I feel bad because, it's also their land. It's their world. And like sharks, we come into their world.
Well, I mean, who's to say that it's more their world than our world?
Well, let's not get into that debate.
Okay.
I can't even remember why we got into this.
I don't know, Cat Cafe.
I want to talk about Moonpig.
Oh, okay.
So Lib provided what's new, some misinformation.
Moo Deng?
Moo Deng.
Oh my God, you did this last time as well. For a second I was like, who is this?
I really feel like it's same shit, different day.
Yeah, okay.
Lib provided some misinformation about Moonpig. What's new? I'd like to quote you, Lib. I actually went back and wrote this down. Moo Deng is a pygmy hippo. The enclosure for this hippo was once broadcasted on a 24/7 live stream. So far, so good.
Yeah.
This is how frothing people are on this thing. It's because it's extinct. There's not that many left in the world, so people are trying to raise a lot of awareness about it, which is actually quite sad. Now, Angel, I think you'll find extinct means no longer in existence.
That is a contradictory sentence from me if ever I've heard one, because I've said it's extinct but there's a few left in the world.
I think maybe you meant endangered.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to blame AI for that because I swear to God,
No.
I copied an AI
No.
sentence when I was doing my research.
You can
That's
trust
that's a
AI.
bit of chat GPT.
Nah, you can trust ChatBT and AI. Just
Chat
not for
BT?
your, whatever it's called, just not for your assignments. But anything you want to say? I'm sorry for miseducating.
No, I'm going to say everyone makes mistakes and I made one, but we have now cleared it up.
This is what I preempted, you might say. Sorry that I miseducated. And miseducate, I actually made sure was a word because I didn't want you to come for me.
I'm not sure that anyone's listened to that episode and gone out and sort of passed on, had the domino effect of the educating
No,
others
I would-
about Moo Deng. So I don't really think that's that big of a deal.
You'd be surprised. I reckon there's a lot of people out there feeling stupid that they went into their water cooler conversations and they're like, did you know Moonpig is extinct? And they'll say, but I just was looking at the 24/7 live feed of Moonpig.
This is where Eliza and I differ to our listeners, is that I can take on board my mistakes
Yep.
and sort of acknowledge it, but I'm also okay with it because I'm human. No one can make a mistake with Eliza around. God forbid.
I'm sorry for this miseducation. I'm better than this is what I think is the right response.
Okay, that can be your response and how you would handle it, but I'll just say I'm a human and I made a mistake and I'll try and do better next time.
Did you know miseducate is an actual word, Google says? I thought it
don't
wasn't.
care.
It means to educate, teach, or inform wrongly.
How
But I wanted
fabulous.
to have that support because I thought you'd come for me that I'd used a wrong word.
I
but
wouldn't
I don't
because
do wrong
I
words.
don't, and I don't, crunch you down for making a mistake. So I wouldn't have come for you anyway, even if I didn't think it was a word.
Moo Deng is a pygmy hippo. In scientific words, Choeropsis liberiensis, an endangered species with fewer than 2,500 surviving in the world. In other words, there are 3.5 million people in the world for every single pygmy hippo left. The species is currently decreasing and in very real danger of disappearing altogether, which is extinction.
That's sad. That's sad because they're so ugly cute.
An additional fact, because Lib didn't know this info at the time of recording. What's new? Moonpig is living in Khao Kyau Open Zoo in Sriracha, Chonburi, Thailand.
I actually feel like I did say it was in Thailand.
I feel
but
like you didn't.
Sure.
I said where is Moonpig living, and you didn't really know. Just two last fun facts, because we're a fun fact show today.
Fun fact.
Moo Deng was born on the 10th of July 2024 to parents. What do you think the parents' names are?
Do Deng and Boo Deng.
Tony and Jonah.
Oh.
Moo Deng is their 7th baby hippo. Jonah
God.
is 25 and Tony is 24. Good effort. That's a lot of...
They need to keep pumping them out because they're endangered.
One final fun fact.
Fun fact.
This is my favourite fun fact of all time so far. The name Moo Deng was chosen through a public poll. That's not the best bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Thai phrase which translates to bouncy pork or bouncy pig or bouncy meatball in English.
That is so funny. I love that so much.
She's a cutie patootie though, little Moonpig. Google her.
It's not Moonpig. Stop saying Moonpig. It's Moo Deng.
Moonpig, Moo Deng.
You said you don't say wrong words and don't make mistakes.
I say
well, there
wrong
you go.
names, not wrong words.
Well, it's still wrong. Wrong is wrong.
I want to cuddle her lib.
Maybe you should add Moo Deng to your list of
Baby
kid
names?
names that you like.
Moonpig,
Moo Deng.
Moonpig.
Or what did I say? Boo Deng and Do Deng.
Deng.
Whatever I called it.
I want to cuddle her. Let's go visit her in Thailand.
No thanks. You can go alone.
We also have an answer on how the kitties at the cat cafe piss and poops. Because remember we were confused because we didn't see any kitty litter trays
And when you
anywhere.
say how they do it, I mean, you assume that they do it out of their, wee holes and poo holes.
Are they separate? Google
don't
while
know.
I'm reading this. Do cats have separate wee holes and poo holes?
don't-
Is
are
it the same hole? Where are the holes? Do they have little penis, the
I don't
men?
know.
One of our lovely listeners, Gemma, and I'm quoting her name because she said I could. We always like to check. She was able to clarify. This is a great message. This episode made me chuckle so much. I took my son about 6 years ago. He's a cat lover. My hubby hated every second of it. We didn't have to take our shoes off, thank goodness. Upstairs there was a little cat flap where they go in a room to do their business. I can still smell the smell if I think about it. A little wee and poops room. We didn't get to see that room, sadly, but makes sense though, thanks, Gemma. How fun it would be cleaning that room.
Now, look, I don't know if I trust AI anymore because it gave me the wrong information about the Moo Deng being extinct rather than endangered. But AI says, yes, cats have separate openings for urination and defecation, just like most mammals. Interesting fun fact, though.
Fun fact.
This is in contrast to animals with a cloaca. Like birds and...
A cracker.
Cloaca. Like birds and reptiles where a single opening serves both functions. Sorry, can you imagine if we poopsed and weed out the same hole?
No, it'd be effective because like
Ooh, that would
there's
be
a little
dirty
does
and
it when
foul.
you push your urine too hard, does a little plop come out sometimes?
No, I don't think that's healthy to push it that hard.
That's why I have hemorrhoids, I think.
Why do you push your wee out that hard? Doesn't it just stream out? That's a bit of a problem.
What's it called?
Stage fright.
And so I have to push.
Oh, God.
Let's move on from that.
Okay.
So in a recent Try Hard Hall of Fame segment, we chatted about how cute and fun pine cones are. I know you're all gagging for some closure on this one. A lovely follower talked about how her daughter gifted her a beautiful poop-covered pine cone. We were bum-fuzzled, absolutely bum-fuzzled as to where pine cones came from. Bum-fuzzled, Liv, is an informal adjective primarily used in some American English dialects, particularly in the South Midland and southern regions. That means confused, baffled, or befuddled. Well, lo and behold, I have all the answers we are seeking. You know what this means. What time is it?
Fun fact time.
Fun fact.
Are you having fun with the facts?
No, hurry up.
Pine cones originate from pine trees. Does seem quite self-explanatory, doesn't it? They are the reproductive structures of pine trees and grow directly on the trees themselves. They are not fruits, but rather the cones house the seeds of the pine tree. Specifically, they are male and female cones. Male cones are smaller and produce pollen, while the larger woody female cones contain the seeds. I told you you'd feel smarter. Imagine dropping that fact when you're out on a walk next time or on a date, a walk date.
I've already forgotten that, to be honest.
The male pine cones produce pollen, which is carried by the wind to the female pine cones. If the pollen fertilizes the ovules within the female cone, seeds will develop and be released, potentially growing into new
Let me know when you're done
trees.
and wake me up.
The cones don't necessarily fall because they are dead. They may simply fall due to the natural process of seed dispersal and tree maintenance. Gosh, it's just so lucky we do this podcast. Otherwise, we'd never be across such fun, hearty fun,
so
joyous
boring.
facts.
That was one of the most boring
Okay,
segments.
I'm done.
All right, I've got an actual fun update, and that is a herb update because I know once again everyone's gagging for this one too. The update is that pretty much all of them have died already, and I feel like we did the episode maybe like 3 weeks ago about how we actually bought the herbs. They're already dead. Now, I'll tell you what's thriving. The basil. But we realised that it's not normal basil.
It's like perennial basil.
Yeah, so it's not the yummy basil that, you get on pizzas and stuff like that. So we don't even like it. So we don't even give a shit if it lives.
No, because the normal basil isn't in season, so we had to get perennial basil, but it's very acidic.
Yeah,
like
it ain't
licorice.
good at all.
It's not for us. Now, die is a strong word. I feel like they're not dead. They're just not regrowing any herbage. We've cut all the herbs off and they're just sitting there stunted.
Okay.
So we're going to have to return them to Bunnings with that return policy.
I know. We're going to have to start purchasing them all over again.
Do you know what we should just do? Buy bunches of herbs from the supermarket because
That's what I'm currently doing, but I hate doing that because they're like $5 for one little string of dill.
And also we need to be ecosystem friendly or environmentally friendly.
Environmentally friendly is not buying herbs from the supermarket with plastic around them.
What? That's what I'm saying. We need to grow our herbs, not buy plastic.
I thought you just said we have to buy them from the supermarket.
I can't remember exactly what I said, but my point is we need to be growing them, not buying them from the supermarket.
And also, when you're cooking for one person, do you know how much goes to waste? I'll literally use like one little prong of dill and the rest just goes in the bin.
So
I know people are going to come at me for that and be like, freeze them or put them in ice cubes or do something.
Or plant them.
Okay.
No, I tried that. I tried to plant Woolies herbs and it didn't work. They died in the absolute arsehole quite rapidly.
Speaking of trees, on the news.
Oh, should we? The thing is, though, if we do want to return them, where's the receipt?
I think it's in that baby bath fruit bowl that you gave me for my 30th birthday.
The baby baptism fruit bowl.
Yeah.
That just sucks in every item from the house because it fits
that
so much
just
beautifully
stores
in
a lot of receipts. It just stores a lot of shit,
and
to be
fruit
honest.
and vegetables.
Anywho, speaking of trees, on the news the other day, I saw a story about someone digging up and stealing a mature lemon tree from someone's front yard. So upon seeing this weird story, I thought, I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT why someone would steal a lemon tree because it's just a bit bizarre to me. And because most of you know, we purchased a lemon tree recently along with our herbs.
A dwarf lemon and a dwarf
lemon
lime tree. And not a lot's happening.
But I was worried that someone might scale our, 6th floor apartment balcony and steal our lemon tree.
Don't bother because nothing's growing.
Well, also, don't bother because it turns out it takes 3 to 6 years for a lemon tree to actually bear fruit.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Had I known that.
Had we known, there is no way in hell we would have bought this. Where are we going to be in 6 years' time?
But also,
you're going to have maybe a 6-year-old kid if you go down that path this year.
But also,
Christ.
And also, we will not be living together then. So who's taking
Absolutely.
the trees? I'm not relinquishing all that.
You can take it.
All that hard
you
work.
can take it. I'll buy one that's already matured so I get some lemons right away.
This is the issue. You buy these things, you chop them off. So if it does grow a lemon, we'll pick the lemon, use it. But then what happens when we need a lemon the next day?
It's going to take another 6 years to get another lemon.
Well, that's the thing with this. The herbs we plant, it's all well and good. Great. We use it. But then they don't grow back. So we don't have any more to use.
And it gives us literally one chive.
It's one sprig.
And
then they pass away.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's just a waste of money. We're better off just buying them from the supermarket.
It's a tough life out there. It's tough living.
I know.
These are the things you come up against if you want to be eco-friendly.
But how's that about the lemon tree? Oh, good God.
What's it called when you're sustainable? Are
What?
Are we trying to be sustainable?
We're trying, but we're failing massively.
Yeah.
Now, Eliza, headline story of the week.
I think I know what you're going to say here.
I might be adopted. I mean, it would make sense because you and I make absolute polar opposites. We couldn't be more different. So I had a blood test this week because I actually wanted to find out what my blood type was because weirdly, everyone in our family knows, but I don't. And you all have the same blood type. And so I was like, I'll find out. For some strange reason, maybe Mum and Dad just knew that I was adopted and so they tried to put me off the scent of getting my blood type.
Well, Dad is a doctor and he's able to help provide, is it referrals or forms to the place that you get bloods done. He's in Adelaide, we're in Melbourne, but there's a form you just send and take with you to get bloods. And then he's not our doctor. There's a doctor at his practice
that we see,
but he's able to access, if you give permission,
yes,
the results, which you did.
So,
but he wouldn't let you know the results. And then Mum rang
sheepishly.
Oh
my gosh. So I'd sort of forgotten about I had the blood test a couple of days before and then Mum rings me. And she says, and we get anxious anyway when Mum and Dad call us in the middle of the day because we're always like, we're most likely at work. We think it's going to be an emergency if they call us.
And her tone
her tone. So she first of all, she was silent for a sec and then her tone's like, I'm so sorry to tell you this,
No,
Liv.
she said, I didn't want to have to tell you this, Liv.
Well, same shit. I didn't want to have to tell you this,
Mine's
Liv.
more dramatic.
But we got your blood results back.
And so what are we thinking then?
I'm thinking, oh my God, she's about to tell me I've got cancer or I've got something horrific because truly her tone of voice was so mortifying and I could hear Dad in the background as well. So I'm thinking, oh my God, they've come together and they're calling me to tell me this. And anyway.
Do you know what they were trying to do? Trying to be funny.
Yeah. Mum was actually trying to be, which to be fair, we do that quite often to them.
But we are funny. They're not.
Okay. I actually thought that was quite good by Mum. But anyway, she said, yours is a very rare blood type and completely different to all of ours. Oh, so it turns out I do have a different blood type to all of you, but it's actually very common. It's
not very common.
No, it is. I actually Googled it. Did you Google it?
Yep.
I Googled it and it was very common.
Okay, so what are the rarest blood types? I think it's time for a fun fact sting.
Fun fact.
I've never heard of this, so this could be Garbaggio. It came up on that AI type thing.
We don't
when you
trust
put in
that
Google.
anymore.
The rarest blood type in the world is RNUL, RHNULL, sometimes referred to as golden blood. This blood type has no Rh antigens on the red blood cells, making it incredibly rare, with fewer than 50 people known to have it, according to the Australian Academy of Science. Look, take or leave that information. Not sure if it's true. That's what came up on
thought
Google.
all blood types were, A, O, B, all that crap. Well, what's Raoul?
But then I've got a list of all the blood types and which ones. So O positive is 36%, the most popular. I am O positive, which makes me very, very special.
Because it's so common.
No, because Group O can donate red blood cells to anybody.
Okay.
It's I'm the universal donor, which is very, very special.
Well, I'm A positive, which is 32%. So
no, that's wrong. What I've got here is...
I got that from AI.
Okay, so what I've got is O positive 36%, O negative 14%, A positive 28%. What did you say?
32%.
Wrong. And A negative
You're
8%.
wrong.
It's the 1,
Oh,
2, 3.
So mine's the second most common.
Third.
No, it's not. You said 14% was...
Oh, yeah. Look, this is turned on its head. I thought you were a little bit more outskirty than what I've stated here.
I am, because I'm so much more unique.
But Group A can donate red blood cells to A's and ABs, apparently, but Group O's, like myself, can donate to anyone.
Unfortunately, you can't have my blood, but I can have yours if I'm dying. Because you can donate to anyone. I can only donate to A's and B's. I reckon we just round out that conversation and be done with it.
Let's round it out.
Anyway, turns out I'm not adopted, but I just have a different blood
But
type
did
to
you
my
know-
family.
Yeah, and family members can absolutely have different
Yeah.
blood types.
So don't be alarmed if you're sitting in the car with a different blood type to your
Blood
family.
type is determined by inherited genes from both parents, and there are multiple combinations that can lead to different blood types within the same family.
I actually wouldn't mind doing a DNA test now, just to be sure, but
I think I'm the one that's adopted.
100%.
Rightio. Well, that was good. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I'm done.
That was all over the joint, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you took something away from it.
What? Do I have my blood type?
You might be.
Oh, I know my blood
You know
type.
what? If you're going to take anything away, take this away. Donate blood.
Yeah.
Finally, as we go into Try the Line, we have a true crime recommendation, because if this podcast can give you nothing else, it can give you a good true crime
TV
recommendation. It's called One Night in Idaho. It's really intense and gut-wrenching.
It's heinous and horrific and awful, the story, but the way they've put it together is unbelievable. It's a bloody good show.
There's not the full resolution I would like. You don't get every single answer, but it was intriguing enough to be impactful.
But you find out who does it and everything, so
But
you
don't
get
know
that resolution.
why necessarily.
Yeah,
but you sort of then fall down a deep hole of Googling, just FYI. The series delves into the murders of 4 University of Idaho students that took place in 2022 and follows families and friends of the victims in the aftermath, with the parents of Ethan Chapin and Madison Mogan giving their first interviews. It's on Prime Video. Amy Bradley is Missing is one we'll get onto next. That's on Netflix.
Which is about the woman that dies on the cruise ship
Or
disappears,
disappears.
but she's never been found. And oh God.
Try the Line.
All right, so speaking of shows, Try the Line this week is from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We love this show, but it takes us about 4 days to watch one 60-minute episode, because I have to stream, because with the Disney, all these streaming platforms now, you can only have it on one device or whatever. So I have Disney on my phone, but we can't get it on our TV. So I have to stream it from my phone onto the TV, but for some reason it cuts out every sort of 4 to 5 minutes. So we have to then restart it.
Life's tough, guys, I've told you.
Look, it's quite sort of all over the shop when we watch it, but we get the general idea. So at the moment, the scores are 4 to Eliza and 2 to me. I feel like in my gut, this is going to be a good one today.
I feel like it's going to be a double dingle.
I do too.
You've heard it here first.
So the audio we're about to listen to is Whitney Leavitt talking about her husband, Connor.
There was a rumor that Connor was on Tinder. I don't know if you guys remember that rumor.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I lied about it because I was embarrassed. I didn't even know it was true until I confronted Connor. There was more to that. He had been struggling with a...
Do we say it at the same time?
Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. Porn addiction. Double dingleberry.
Hopefully that's right. We don't even know.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
listen.
porn addiction.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I mean, let's not celebrate a porn addiction.
No, that's
But
not a
let's
good
celebrate
thing to
that
have.
we got it right. So what's that? 5,
3. We better write that in because otherwise we'll forget.
They're
Why is
kinky on that
5?
show. They love the swinging gear.
Oh, it's all very, very, very strange.
Very cooked tuna.
Oh.
This Thursday, we are trying pottery. That sounds
Dull.
dull. My God. It was not only intriguing, interesting, funny,
Fun.
it was so entertaining. There were some very, very embarrassing moments
But do you
from
know
both
what?
of
It
us.
was the people there, I reckon, that made the experience what it was. And also, a lot of you have been asking us to try
Yes.
this. So we finally ticked it off the list. So make sure you tune in on Thursday.
We reenact a famous movie scene, and by God, that was horrific.
Safe to say we will never be going back there ever
But
again.
surprise results,
Yeah.
I will say.
Yeah. Make sure you follow Try Before You Die wherever you get your podcasts and follow us on Instagram, Eliza and Liberty. See you on Thursday. Bye.
Try before you die.